Urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
To the ground with the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Snap it to the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And the Ducks line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch called for and made. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. This time it's complete, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter, because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the extra point was good. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Soft spot in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense getting set for first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try the run. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
What a great run there. On 3rd and 1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Just trucks through it. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Standing in his own end zone, he'll uncork another one. Complete downfield. And he's running in the open. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
being aggressive, willing to drop your quarterback into the end zone. If he gets tackled, it's a safety, gets the ball out, and the receiver does the rest. 98 yards to the house. What an explosive play.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Akron. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. On the move, he fires. He's got it. Tackle is made after the first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
And they swarm him under. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Line getting set on second down. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Out of bounds at the 49-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oregon 14, Penn State 7.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green ahead. He's now got 78 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
What great discipline shown by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football. Not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When you got third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, Dave.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, he'll fire. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
A really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Safe completion on the screen. At the 45, on its way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
Gorilla. Jackrabbit. Acorn.
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
He's got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. A designed run for the quarterback. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Ingram. He lobs one high down the left side. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Looking to throw on second down. Setting up the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10.
Easy. Gaucho.
Looking to move it through the air. That's reeled in. It's Perkins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He finds his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Got it.
From the 22 on 1st and 10.
Pound 55.
He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Nittany Lions line it up with a first and goal.
Get set, get set.
He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard as heck to stop, but nice job by the defensive lineman. Get off the football. Don't allow them to go backwards. Don't push you backwards at all. And then what do you see with linebackers a lot of times? They come flying in there, making the stop. But a nice stop by this defense.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Give to the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The toss to the outside. Still on his feet at the 45. The expressway is wide open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
And the Penn State Nittany Lions will take over. 1st and 10.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
And guys, with the empty backfield on 2nd and short, might they take a shot here?
Here we go. Timber.
He's looking to throw. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24.
325.
They'll try to get it through the air. Holds it in. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
On the
The
go.
Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They want to just keep throwing it. It's complete. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Somehow, they got up off the deck, and they got back in the game, and they're all tied up.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Line gets set, 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Got it in the middle, it's Vincent. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll go with a direct snap. Touchdown Ducks! They take the lead with the 6. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming.
Jackrabbit.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes his connection. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
From the 47-yard line on first and 10.
Clear. Clear.
He's looking to throw it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Ready, set,
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third.
set, hut.
Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
On the ready.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county.
Set. Ready.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And the Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try the right side. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. The Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. And now the hit knocks it loose. Bounced right back to them. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks at it a game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun for the special teams coach.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Cricket.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. Inside the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 10 over Virginia Tech. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Looking to throw on second down. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, going up top. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game, Dave.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might as well stick with him. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
At the 15-yard line. And a first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oregon 40, Penn State 28.
Ready? Here we go.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Slide 22.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to beat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
Touchdown, Oregon.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game 1, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Set to kick it off.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Penn State Nittany Lions will take over. 1st and 10.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8.
4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. He's going to run it. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside, man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback, looks like a running back, chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Looking to pass on second down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, and they convert. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They keep attacking through the air. Got his man in the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
This quarterback is such a playmaker, and his arm is what makes him so special. Could this be the game that sends him to New York City for the Heisman Trophy? He's now got over 450 passing yards.
It's complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Green 25.
Trying to punch it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you saw him there, shot out of a cannon. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand circumstances, right? Like the red zone situations, I got to be able to come out of that defensive backfield and play the run game, and he did quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
On to attempt the try. Splits those uprights right in half. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Notre Dame is currently up big at this moment in what's shaping up to be a lopsided affair for the Golden Domers. They're up by 20 over Akron. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Satisfied.
Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Over.
Wide out in motion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Quick pass on the fly motion. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Okay, ready?
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
On, boy. Get set, get set.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
In blue. In blue.
The toss sweep to the right. Puts him in the spin cycle.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Check, check.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
The give to the tailback. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field. Seemingly it will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got